Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to This Week at MBE. It's Sunday night with Biggs and I. So let's just go over some things. We got Big 9. I'm going to push the button on when I leave here in a little bit. And we have the mate to it right there. So this will be the first stop, which will be spring pockets, seat bores, guide bores, all of that. And then we always put all that in ourselves so that we can assure that everything is perfect. And it just helps us make sure everything is tidy and that the valve job comes in perfect. So, which is real critical to making sure that the flow numbers are correct, because we need all the proper bottom angles and radiuses and things of that nature. So, and then we'll come over here. We got these heads we're finishing up a lightning program on here. So this is an 8-degree and a 10-degree set of the CID heads. We also offer this. These are the small block Fords. We also offer these exact same programs in an LS. The 8, the 10, and the 12. And they come with Jessel rocker gear and things of that nature. Big push rods, all the same stuff we always do. We already have a lightning package for the 12 degree, but we have to update the 10 and the 8 and the 10 because the customers aren't using the extra bolt holes here. So we have to machine all of that off and do some other tweaks because the ports are different places too, right? Every one of the every one of these heads has a different valve placement. So Joey's working on all that, getting that done, and then this stuff will be finished. And then last week, you remember we had seats. We had just put seats in these, and we were going to. And then since then, we've seen seats. So we have 18 and 20 degree max pulls. So for the guys that have a 20 degree valve rule or a valve angle rule, we have that 20 degree max, and the 18. They're virtually identical except for the valve angle to make sure they're legal for whatever class you're going to run. And of course, max pull meaning truck pull, things like that. And also, as far as the conventional head goes, I don't know if there's anything better than this for a drag race application either. I mean, a 2500 intake valve in it. The rights and lefts flow just about identical, which is very difficult to do. But we fixed all that in that. And then we have a repair job right here. This is an old set of Big 9s here. It doesn't even have the full flange. This is an old set. And then this customer, the motor broke, so Ian has went in and welded it, put seats in it, put new guides in it. Actually, this got all new guides in it. The guides were, I don't know why they were worn out in it, but they were. But we replaced everything in this. Like I said, this is an old set. And then we'll put this back on the CNC machine, and we'll do the chamber. We'll CNC the chamber. We'll do the seat bores, and then we'll put the spark plug in. And what's nice about that is, the reason why the spark plug has to come in because the customer, when it got tight, when he was taking it out, he continued to take it out, and it takes all the threads out, and then we have to start over. So always remember, that's like a $300 to $400 mistake. So if it's tight coming out, don't force it. Just stop. Save yourself $400, please. And then, but this will all be, when this is finished, he'll have like a brand new set of heads, especially putting guides in it and everything. He'll be all set. They had a hard life. Don't really know why. And then, well, we're not supposed to show those.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. That's a set of Northeast modified heads for a customer, so we're finishing that stuff up. And then we have, so the other thing we do, because really the majority of our competitors put a brass seat in them, they typically don't use copper beryllium, or they use another material that's not as good. They'll send their heads in to have the proper seats put in them so the valves will last, so they don't wear them out. So this customer has a brand new set of heads here. So we put 16 copper beryllium seats in it. Now we won't have any valve wear, and the valves are going to last significantly longer. And then we have another customer, the engine broke, and the valves were completely wore out over here on these LSs. So this is a repair job too. But the intake seats had the brass seats in them, had the cheap seats in them. So instead of putting an $18 seat in it, we put a $65 seat in it. That's pretty cheap if you think about the price difference. When the valves will not wear when we do this. He'll go run this for 30,000 miles. This is a street deal, a road race street deal right here, 30,000 miles. And the intake valves, when he pulls them out, he's just going to clean them with Scotch-Brite and check them for straightness. They'll have no wear. You won't have to grind them. But that's just a couple examples of what we do, and if anybody else needs that done, we do this all the time for people. We're all about servicing everything, so we just want to make things nice and last. And then we'll come through here. And typically we always keep a fair amount of inventory so so we can get the work out. So you can see we got max pulls 20 and 18. We also make Northeast modified heads out of those. And then we have CID small block forward castings. We have CID LS castings also, in this form here. And then of course the big nines, we had a pallet of big nines come in, so those are in storage. And then you can see this is all castings also. So lots of inventory to make sure, sometimes castings will take 3 months or 4 months, and we just try to stay ahead of it. So it's a lot of inventory, but it's worth it. It moves, and then we can come through for you. That's the most important thing. And then just stuff to be serviced. You can see we service a lot of things, and I'm sure some of these that are here are to be serviced for upgrading the seat material and things like that, because certainly people are starting to see the value in that. And it's not like it's new. It's been around for 25, 30 years. It's been around a long time. So, and then not much going on in there. This is a secret project here, high RPM stuff. The engine builder does not want us to show it, so we will not do that. Got a new LS project that we're working on here. We'll let you know when we're ready to sell those, but we're not ready to do that yet. And then here's a set of our 10-degree stuff, or our 13-degree stuff right here, with the billet manifold and everything. So this is set up for billet manifold. So this is the 4150 right here. So not the Dominator manifold. You can tell by the size of it. But you can tell it doesn't weigh anything. I think it weighs 9 pounds. I mean, it's really light. So pretty cool stuff for sure. So glad we started doing all of this, designing all of this, and because it really makes the cylinder heads look better, because they do make more power than the cast versions that are available. So very exciting. And plus, we can make the valley tray and everything with the nice fasteners, stainless. Yeah, all that, 12 points. It just makes everything nice. It looks like a real race car part. But thank you for joining us, everybody. I hope you had a great weekend. And everyone have a great week. Thank you. Bye-bye.